Hey, what's up you guys? Today's video is going to be on bleaching your hair. I'm going to be telling you guys some tips, advice on bleaching your hair, how light you can go depending on the amount of your skin, and let's get right into it. So the first time that I started bleaching my hair was in 10th grade. I did, the top was blonde and the sides I kept black. I got a picture right here for you. I would have to say maybe like a light golden blonde at the top, and you guys can, I'm gonna put a link in the description of the different shades and names of like the blonde colors. The same chart that I'm using right now, which is this right here. And yeah, if I would have to guess, it would probably be a light golden blonde at the top. And I just kept the sides black, just the all around taper fade cut right there. And yeah, that was like my first experience with bleaching. A lot of people say that it's damaging to bleach your hair, and I've probably been doing it about, let's say I graduated high school, so about 3 years I've been bleaching my hair. I have taken breaks like in between. So the reason why I started bleaching my hair is because while I was looking online, I looked on ASOS, and I just saw this model with like a blonde top on the top of his head, and I was just like, yo, it looks really sweet. And I think, like, you know, if you guys just look around the internet and just look at like maybe like celebrities that you like, or people with like similar hair textures just like yours, you guys can find a lot of hairstyles that way. Alright, so yeah, that's the model that I copied off of. And I went to my hairstylist. I showed him the picture and everything, and as you can tell, we do have different hair textures. He just looked at his hair, and he just saw that he might have been like maybe like mixed with like Latino or whatever, like with the hair texture. And I thought that was really cool, like how you can tell like through the hair textures. He also said like with the eyebrows too. I didn't get that, but he's been doing hair for a while, and so he did my hair and it came out pretty good. So after that hair experience, when I had the top blonde or whatever, I saw the other model, like the same model again, but he had his whole head like blonde. So I was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna do that too. And so when I did that, and I got it all bleached, the color was way too light, and it just did not look right at all. Like, it was albino white, like it just didn't look right, and I was just way too dark for it, for real. I don't know, like I did not even go to school the next day. I had to like get some color dye in it or something like that. So I went to like Sally's, and I got like this semi-permanent, like this temporary dye, like this black dye, and I put it in my hair, and it looked purple. Like, I was like, wow, like really. And so I went to school the next day with my hair purple, and people were like, whoa, you cut your hair down and it looks purple, what happened? And so after that, this all happens in about like 3 days. So I'm so like self-conscious about my hair. So the next day we go into Sally's and we get some permanent jet black. No, not before the permanent dye. We got like this hair remover stuff, because we thought it might take the blonde out. So what my mom did was that she put in like the hair remover stuff in my hair after we washed out like the semi-permanent dye, and then my hair turned green, like legit like green. I was so scared, like I didn't even know that was possible for your hair to actually turn green, but it did, and I was so scared. And so after that, it's like an hour, 2 hours later, my mom comes back with like this permanent jet black dye, and she puts it in my hair, and it's definitely black. Let's say that it's definitely black. It wasn't even like a natural black. It was just jet black, like somebody sharpened it in. But I had to deal with that, and I was kind of like, I was okay with it. It wasn't as bad as going to school with my hair green or purple or blonde. like platinum blonde. It was crazy. So after we put the black dye in, learned something from that. One is don't bleach your hair too light, and another one is don't put so many hair dyes are like damaging that like to the max, like in 3 days, well, not even, maybe two days. Like I did all that, and my hair started to fall out on the sides. Like it started to flake out, fall out on the sides, and it was crazy. Like I had Sharpie colored black hair and flaky sides. Like my hair was starting to fall out, and it was itching, and it was just crazy. And I even had like black dye marks, because like this was like the first time like my mom dyed hair. And after that, like we went to the barber shop, got like a new cut. That's like, and then I just got like the all around taper fade, and the guy at the barber shop was like, wow, this looks really, really black. And he can tell that there was a lot of hair dye in it, because it was almost like a tint of blue in my hair, I guess. And after that, he was just like, with the black dye or whatever, like he just took some Windex and just wiped it off, and it came off pretty good. He suggested that if I'm ever gonna dye my hair again with permanent hair dye, to use some Vaseline around the hairline so that it just slides off. And after that, my hair continued to fall out, so I had to go to the dermatologist, and they had to give me shots, like, I forgot what they call them. Is it cortisone shots? So they had to give me cortisone shots around my hairline where my hair was flaking out at. And like the dermatologist, like I go to her, I get like, well, I used to get my skin medicine from her, but I don't anymore. And she gave me shots like all around my hairline. It was like 2 right here, 2 right here, 1, 2, and it kind of hurt. I'm not even gonna lie, like it felt like I don't know, like it hurt. Like getting shots in your head, it hurts. So after that, didn't bleach my hair for a while, and then I went back to the top blonde again, and was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. So about a year ago, when I was in 11th grade, went back to the blonde. After that, cut it off, just had the plain old black hair. And then this year, in about January, I think, yeah, like earlier this year in January, I decided that I want to get my whole head bleached by looking at this guy on Tumblr. So after that, I took it to my hairstylist, the same guy who did my top all the way blonde, and he bleached my whole head, because I trust him more. And so show him the picture, and you know, since I want to get my whole head bleach, he took like these hair samples like on the side of a piece of paper, and he put it against like my skin right there, and my eye color and my natural hair color. Like he was measuring out the amount of melanin in my skin to see how light I could actually go. So like the accident that happened last time wasn't gonna happen again. So that's when I had this right here, this color right here, all over my head. So that's my bleaching advice. I would say don't do it too much. Like don't experiment with your head that much, but for real, I can't really see any real damaging with that. I know that sounds weird because of my whole bleaching incidents, but that was just because I was just overdoing it, and I think any normal human being would probably stop. But I was not gonna go to school with my hair like that at all, and so I did anything to get my hair back. And so suck my dick. Yeah, so with the whole bleaching thing, if you guys feel comfortable with doing it, go ahead. You know, I guess like find a hairstylist who knows what they're talking about. Like mine, like I feel more comfortable going to him. I go to him all the time if I ever, you know, want to do something crazy, like bleaching my whole head blonde. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of me and my terrible hair story, and that was a horrible time in life, but the important thing is that I learned from it and I build from that, and hope you guys don't have any stories like that to tell, because that was pretty bad, especially the shots and whatnot. But if you guys do decide to bleach your hair, go ahead. I'm not going to tell you no, but just know that you can overdo the whole hair dye, hair bleaching thing. So hey guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, all that stuff. Show your boy some love. Alright, peace.